Hi everybody, Nolan with Black Diamond Services. I am out at a commercial job. I'm cleaning for a golf and restaurant place here up in Copperopolis, California. Thank you so much for having me out to maintain your floors. This is the first time we have cleaned for them. We've actually cleaned for their real estate office because this is a huge gated community. Nice, very nice place. And I've already done one room, and I'm about close to halfway done with the restaurant area. Those got flipped up and I cleaned under them a while back. Did those first, and then I'm doing half the room and then the other half, and then working my way back this way, and then down the hallway to the left is a large room that I'll be cleaning. That's roughly the size of this one, but more of a just open box shape for bigger events. So everything's cleaning up really well so far. I did underneath the railing here sideways first, and then have done all of this over here. Just a few rust spots from metal parts of chairs and some kind of liquid getting to it, but otherwise it's just regular drink spills and heavy soil. My goal with this job for them is to get them on a rotation of hopefully around quarterly, because whoever they're using right now, my contact mentioned that they're here every other week, and they're doing this room, one time, and then another room the next time, and then, the other big room that I mentioned earlier the following time, from what it sounded like she was saying. So my goal is to knock how many times I have to be here compared to them in half, if not a third, because she's telling me the price point of what they're charging, and it's about the same as what I charge for this restaurant area. So I told her, I was like, my goal is to get it clean to the point where it doesn't seem like you need it as often. Therefore, not only will we be helping them out with an issue of having to deal with this every other week, we'll be saving them some money too. Because if I get it down to half of the amount of visits, like I said, our price point isn't really different than what whoever else has been here is doing. So if that's the case, they're going to save at least 40 to 50% of what they're currently paying out. I bid for all their carpet here. I'm not doing all of it, just the 3 main rooms, which is, I should say, this front walkway here leading to the front door, the restaurant room, and then on the other side of the door over there was the first room I did. It's the smallest of the 3. I'd say it's probably the equivalent of half this restaurant. Basically the area I'm almost done with, where I finished pre-spraying, which was up to the edge of the bar here. So I've done this in the past with other commercial clients. They tell me, hey, they've been coming here, say once a quarter or whatever it is, or this one, for instance, every other week, which seems like a lot. So I don't know, maybe they're rushing through it, and it sounds like they're just charging a certain amount for each visit, which the other big room that I'm going to be doing last here is bigger than this one, so it kind of seems that way. She didn't really get too specific. So, and I charge by the square foot, so that bigger room is obviously going to be more money, but if they are charging that way, where it's $800 a visit, no matter what room they're doing, then it probably averages out because of the other first room that I did being about half the size of this one. So yeah, I would love to get them on a rotation that is at least half the amount, if not a third the amount of times that the other company or individual is coming out here for. And since I've already done their real estate office, and I've cleaned for 2 of their real estate agents, that's kind of how I got my foot in the door to the golf club and restaurant. So those are things you should always think about if you're a cleaner, is how can I make their life easier? Even if your pricing is higher, tell them and show them that that's your goal for them. Find out the frequency that they're having it done, and if you can cut that down to where it either justifies your higher price, or if it's the same price and it's still very profitable for you, but you can cut down how many visits you have to be at their location, then you're saving them time and money, even if you're the same price or higher than whoever else is cleaning it. So those are things I try and do, even if I'm a higher price point, because the optometrist that we do was like that. They had it done quarterly, and we were like another, I don't know, $75 for the visit, except we cut it down to like every 5 months. So we were basically doing, two and almost a quarter visits per year, whereas the other one was doing 4 visits per year. So they were actually paying more money with the other company and having to set up for them to come by and clean it more often. So do what you can to earn their trust and show them that you can yield better results if possible. That way you can save them money and they'll become a lifetime client of yours. And yeah, that's the best thing you can do. So this will probably be the one and only time I could show you guys the dirty water, since it's 8 o'clock just about, and it'll be dark by the time I need to drain any more water. Yeah, it's definitely dirty. It's not horrible, but it kind of seems like a lot for being done every 2 or so weeks. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, they get a lot of traffic. But my goal is still to cut down the frequency in half, because then they're going to use us and that's it. If we can cut their time spent dealing with this in half, even if we cost a little bit more overall, less visits, make it easier. I wanted to show you guys the first room I did, so you can see it's much smaller. Not a lot of space, so this one was easiest for them to clear out, so I started on it first while they were working on the other areas. So not bad. And then they're gonna probably have me back to do these hallways. And then there's some front carpet patches here. Then there's some carpet that leads into the walk path in the bathrooms, but not very far. And then it changes to hard surface floors. and then this carpeted area. But this is the last room I will be doing, including this piece. Let's see. Let's flip some light switches here. All right. So you can see it's basically the size of the restaurant, but nothing in it. Maybe I can get these can lights on too, because there we go. That's better. So by myself, this is quite a bit. I was hoping to have somebody help me. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for scheduling. So that way, next time around, I can have somebody cleaning this room or myself while somebody else is doing that far side room or the restaurant. Okay, I am trucking along in the big room. I've done half of that side, kind of up to where it says exit, and then I've done 3 rows over here, and then I'm gonna work my way kind of into the center right here, and then back my way out to the door, and then that little patch of carpet that is right outside the room is all I will have left for this job. It's pretty soiled throughout the whole thing. It's taken time. It's a little over 4,000 square feet of carpet that I'm cleaning. I am actually glad that they scaled it back from all of it. It's been a long day, but it is coming out well. And they were by to set some tables back up in the restaurant area, and we're happy. So it's always good news. Except for by the doorway here, this side of the room doesn't seem to be as bad. The other side had some pretty soiled areas. This is like their banquet room. Now, depending on your setup, there are some tools that you can buy that would probably make this a little faster. Something that I just haven't invested in because of, it's not that often I get like large commercial carpet jobs that are wide open like this. It's usually more offices, not very wide open at all, where a wand is going to be more suitable. I mean, if I was doing a handful of jobs like this every month, then it would make a lot of sense for me to upgrade. There's a wand called a zipper that would probably make a difference here. I know some people would probably say, why don't you VLM it or encapsulation clean? This is the first time I've done the job, so I always like to start with hot water extraction. And then depending on what they want us to do to maintain it, I might do VLM one visit and then hot water extraction the next. So, I mean, it's a golf clubhouse, so in a huge community, so there's probably hundreds of people through here daily. You know, drinks and food, etc. So I would have to see what it's like in a couple months to see if BLM would be a great choice for the next cleaning. Alright, all I got left is this little patch and this grayish color carpet just right in here. Oh man, that was a lot. Once this dries out, it'll look all nice and even. I do overlapping passes of everything and overlapping dry passes of everything. So once this dries out, it'll look nice. And yeah, so I'm gonna get this small section of carpet left pre-sprayed, and then I will be all set. Got me in between and behind these doors already, so just the center left. Discolorations. I think some bleach or something had fallen on the carpet because there was one in the big room up here too.